The Black Rock Hunter is my answer to the continuing pressure on one-handed openers. We have a lot of people ask us in Europe for a knife that's legal in Europe. A lot of people in Canada have asked us for a knife that's legal in Canada. Those countries, the European countries and Canada and other countries around the world, are putting a lot of criminal association with knives that can be opened with one hand. The Black Rock Hunter is a two-handed opening knife, and it has a lot of advantages. When it's closed, like it is right now, the blade is fully encapsulated by the handles. There's no part of that pointer edge sticking up anywhere you can't possibly stick your hand in your pocket and injure yourself on that blade. It's totally encapsulated. This knife has very strong spring pressure holding it closed. It wants to close all the time. So the blade and the point and the edge is fully encapsulated by the handles. It also has very strong spring pressure when it's fully opened to keep it open. To open it, you just go 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, 4 clicks. To close it, I go 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, 4 clicks. Just like that. Let's try it again. You can do it from either handle. 1, 2, turn it over, 3, 4. To close it, it's 1, and you can even do it this way. Hold on to the blade. I like holding on to the blade because it protects the edge more. You can, because of the strong spring pressure, it's conceivable that this edge could hit the inside of the spring so hard that it could possibly dent your edge. But when you do this and you grab the blade and you fold the handle into the edge, that's all nicely cushioned. This knife will resist any amount of spine wax. You can't break it with the lock with an overstrike. You can't overcome the lock stabbing anything. It just is impossible. It won't do that. It holds a tremendous amount of pressure when it's locked in the vise. It's an enormously strong, safe lock. Its only detriment, the only detriment to this knife is it does take 2 hands to close it, and it takes 2 hands to open it. The cool thing is, once it's opened, it is really open. You can do an ungodly amount of work with great confidence in this lock. More confidence than almost any other lock that you could possibly think of. And it's safe when you're carrying it closed. When you're riding a horse, a bicycle, a motorcycle, anything you can fall off of, there's always a possibility, even if it's fairly remote, that your knife may pop open and you land on, or someone else gets injured by it, or with a sheath knife it breaks through the sheath and cuts you. With this knife, it's extremely unlikely. Like I said, you can really drop it and it doesn't pop open. And lots of folding knives, when you do that, the blade will pop open, and lots of times a folding knife will be in your pocket and you didn't get this when you shut it. It didn't shut all the way, and there's just a little bit of edge sticking up like that. Just a little bit. And you put your hand in your pocket and you gouge yourself. And that's painful. Here, there's so much spring pressure that's almost impossible to occur. And it's really, really good to carry in all kinds of rugged places where there isn't anyone to help you if you were injured by your knife. This is a very, very safe knife, and it's absolutely not a balisong, a switchblade, or a gravity knife. This knife has pressure constantly making it hard to open, and it has pressure constantly making it want to close. A gravity knife, a switchblade, all those knives are used spring power to pop the knife open quickly, or no spring power anywhere, so that gravity or centrifugal force has free play to make it easy to open the knife. This is the exact opposite. You buy this knife because it's extremely safe to carry, it's extremely safe open, and it can do tremendous amount of work. This knife, it's got a beautiful acute point, but it's also quite strong. It's beautifully hollow ground to a thin edge. It's got a nice polish. It's RC 5758 out of Japanese stainless steel. It's an awesome workhorse of a knife, and it's reasonably priced.